Welcome to the module Teaching the First Day Remotely, Grades 3 through 5, Upper Elementary. In this module, we will be breaking down the first day of school into a few components. We will be covering the teacher introduction, icebreaker activities, routines and expectations, and finally, the assessment of the module. Throughout the different components, we will be talking about the roles they play and some examples to help you get started on teaching the first day of school remotely. This module is geared towards grades 3 through 5, upper elementary, but can be used across the board. You would just need to tailor the information to the specific grade level and class. For this module, you will need access to a computer, an email account, and a notepad to take notes. This is the order in which we will cover the different components of teaching the first day remotely. We will first look at our learning objectives, then the teacher introduction, then icebreaker activities, then routines and expectations, and finally the assessment for the module. Our learning objectives for the module are: the teacher will be able to model how to do a virtual introduction. The teacher will be able to create a virtual icebreaker appropriate for students grades 3 through 5 with more than 75% student participation. The teacher will be able to design a distance learning platform that will include important information such as rules, routines, and expectations, as well as classwork, homework, and discussion boards. Introductions are an important part of the first day of school. Introductions serve as a basis for a first impression, both for students and teachers. It is important that students have an example of what is expected of them, no matter what the activity is. Expectations need to be concise and clear for students to be able to understand. The teacher introduction will serve as an example and an expectation for student introductions. In this module, we are going to use Flip as an example of an activity. Flip is a free program that allows teachers to create a class page and be a place for students to share their thoughts on a topic in a creative way. Flip can be thought of as an educational tool that is similar to TikTok because the teacher and students are creating short videos. After the teacher creates a class page, the teacher will then create a short Flip video. The Flip will include name, favorite color, something that you like, something that you don't like, and what you want to be when you grow up. Icebreaker activities are needed to provide students with an opportunity to calm their nerves or their anxiety. Icebreaker activities should create a positive, welcoming, and nurturing environment for students. Many students experience nerves on their first day of school because they haven't seen any other students throughout the summer, or they are now new to the school. Continuing with our example activity of Flip, the teacher will facilitate an icebreaker activity. An example icebreaker activity is having the students create a short Flip video. The teacher should give students the directions and expectations that they need to respond to 3 classmates' Flip videos. The teacher will then respond to all students, welcoming them to the class and connecting to one thing that was said in each video. Here is a journal reflection question. Please take a moment to write down your answer. What is an icebreaker activity you have done? Did you find it helpful? Why or why not? As teachers, sometimes it is important to take a step back and think about an icebreaker activity you have done, either as the facilitator or as a participant. Sometimes taking a step back and reflecting allows us to see maybe how a student would feel or how you would change it if you were the facilitator instead of just a participant. Routines and expectations are an important part of the first day of school. This is because it sets the tone for the structure of the class. This is something that should be referred back to when students are not following class expectations. Routines should include virtual etiquette as well as daily and weekly class structure. Continuing with our example, using the free resource Lumio, the teacher will create an interactive slideshow about the rules and expectations of the class, both daily and weekly. The teacher will present the content and as a review and assessment to make sure students understand the rules and routines of the class, the teacher will create a game-based assessment in Lumio. Think about the following quote. I've always loved the first day of school better than the last day of school. Firsts are the best because they are beginnings. What does this quote mean to you? As educators, it is our responsibility, as well as our goal, to make sure that our students leave school feeling accomplished every day. So if we take some time to make each day more memorable than the last, then our last day would be a huge accomplishment. In the next learning module, we will discuss teaching the first day remotely, grades 6 through 8. Please be sure to complete the learning module before you move on to the next module. Thank you for watching this learning module. This learning module is now concluded.